Good morning, YouTube and Facebook. Let me start this video out by saying that when I post videos, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, mostly I'm making fun of myself. The point that I like to make when I post videos about situations that happen to me is that I like to show people that there was a situation, you know, it wasn't a great situation that I liked, but look, I'm alive and life goes on. Which is why I don't use names with a lot of the guys that I talk about in my videos or people in my videos in general, because people, you know, they're not like me. I like to talk about stuff that happened in my life. Some people don't. So I don't use names. Maybe I draw a few pictures of people so you can get a visual idea, but I don't use names and I don't want to make anyone look foolish. Well, not today. So I want to talk about something that kind of irritates me. How many of you fitness women have been talking to a guy and eventually it doesn't work out? And something that he said behind your back gets back to you, and he said something among the lines of, "She was too muscular for me." You know what? Not just fitness women. I want to include all women in this. How many women have heard this phrase from a guy? "You're too for me." Well, that happened to me a while ago, and it really kind of ticked me because it's one of my biggest pet peeves. And not only was he saying, "Oh, she's too muscular for me," but he was saying things like, "I was never into her, she's not my type, I never liked her, she was the one chasing me," and, you know, all these other things. And it really did enlighten a fire inside of me. And so I told myself, Michelle, if it still, you know, irritates you a year from now, make a video. And here I am a year later. So before I started making this video, I asked myself, Michelle, is it really worth it to make a video and make this sad excuse of a man look even more foolish than he already makes himself? And yeah, of course it's yeah. What kind of question is that? So let me tell you a story of when I was too much for a guy. This specific guy's name, or video name that I gave him, is Brad. If you haven't seen my last video a year ago, it's right here. So everything was going great with this guy. He was very nice. He texted me, very flirty. He just had a super fun personality. He wasn't someone that you would think that I'd be interested in. Something you have to understand, I'm not an average fitness girl. I don't need my guys to have washboard abs or be super huge. I don't need someone that's a gym rat or find my swole mates. I don't need someone that's rich. Everybody who knows me, all my friends who know me, know that I just like men that can make me do my ugly T-Rex laugh. And usually that results in the guy not being too high on the visually pleasing scale, and Bradley definitely fit that example. His personality to me is what made me attracted to his outside, which I have to give myself props for, because when I'm old and my husband's old and we're all breaking apart and he's, you know, saggy balls and everything, I'm gonna still find him attractive because personality. And if you want a visual of how Brad looked, well, here you go. I know, so different than me, which is what I like. So fast forward, and Brad randomly just drops me. Drops like talking to me, texting me, everything just dropped randomly. So I figure fine, I'm a grown woman, I'm not gonna throw a temper tantrum or start talking crap about him or ask him why, or, you know, sometimes people's feelings change and it doesn't work out. I'm fine with that. You know, I was very civil towards him. I was always still nice to him after that. And I would even stand up to him or stand up for him when his coworkers would talk a lot of crap about him behind his back. After the fact that he just kicked my black behind to the curb and ran me over, pretty much. Then it gets back to me that he was saying, "Oh, well, she was too muscular for me. I never really liked her." And I was like, this mother little... Let me just give you guys the situation when this happened and tell you guys how much game that this guy does not have. I didn't tell people this until the fact that I heard that I was too muscular or he never liked me, because I already figured this guy's already insecure. I don't need to go around telling people this and make him even feel even worse until I heard that he was saying all those things about me, and I was like, well, I mean, if you want to take it there, we can take it there. You people want to know why I was all of a sudden too muscular for this guy now? Because before he randomly dropped me, he tried to kiss these lips, and I swerved his. And I like awkward no game kind of guys. And this was beyond just awkward. So we're just at Starbucks and we're talking about our dogs, and all of a sudden this face is just plummeting towards me. All of a sudden everything is just going in slow motion and my face is just like, and my hand just goes like this. I swerved his I liked this guy, I really did. But for me, kisses are special. I've only kissed 2 guys in my lifetime. Back then, I mean, I have a boyfriend now, so 3. But 2 guys back then, these lips are like unicorns. I just don't throw them out to anybody. I do have to say though, he handled himself very well at that moment. I told him I work really slow, and he said that's fine, you know, I understand all that stuff, but subconsciously, I knew that most men can't handle being rejected like that. But I also really wanted to believe him, but God, Brad, you just proved me right. Because in a matter of 2 days, he dropped me, got a girlfriend, and was telling people I was too muscular. Weird, right? Because I wasn't too muscular for Brad when he sent me this text.
But wait! There's more!
Or when he was trying to play suck face with me in front of Starbucks. Bradley, I think you and other guys who try to pull this on girls are a little confused about what you're actually trying to say. So let me help you out just a little bit. Bradley, it wasn't the fact that I was too muscular for you. It was the fact that you can't handle a woman that says no. What you should have said is, I have no clue what to do with a woman like you. Men like Brad can't handle a woman who's strong on the outside and on the inside. It's like a double threat for them. Let me tell you what these guys are trying to say, women. What they're trying to say is that they are not educated enough to even try to hold down a woman that's strong on the inside and on the outside. Let's just look at the statistics really quick. I'm more educated than you. I make more money than you. I can hold a conversation better than you. I'm more likable than you. I'm happier than you. What are all these things? These are some scary stuff in a woman. I have more drive to get to my goals than you ever will. And you know this, and it intimidates you. And that's what makes you look small. So to make yourself look better, or more like a man, you decide to say that I'm too much of something to make yourself feel better about your sad excuse of manhood. Ladies, pay attention when guys say something like this. Pay attention when a guy says that you're too much of something and you're mentally all the way there and you've got your stuff together. That's pretty much him saying that you're the bomb and he knows this, so he can't even get up to your level. He knows that in the future you're gonna realize that you are a little better than him and deserve better, and that you're probably gonna leave him. So to combat that, he says you're too much of something to make you feel lower. Ladies, do not let guys like Bradley's mediocre reverse psychology bring you guys down. And definitely do not reduce yourself and your goals so that mediocre, insecure men will want to be with you. It's good to be too much in a situation like this. No strong woman wants to be with an insecure man. It's not gonna work. So take it as a compliment when guys say you're too this or too that. Because technically, you are too much for him. You're too mother awesome for that clump nugget. Go let that little boy go find a chick who has no self-esteem, follows him around like a little puppy, says yes to everything he wants, and you let him go. And a real strong-minded, strong man will come around who enjoys a strong woman. And when you find this really amazing man, you will see a split difference between those insecure little boys you used to deal with and a real man who actually appreciates a strong woman who has her stuff together. Well, now that that's off my chest, If you excuse me, I have a date with a man who doesn't mind a strong-bodied and strong-minded woman. Thanks for watching my blog, you guys. Bye. And Bradley, because I know you're watching, if you have the urge to just send me text messages and calling me and, you know, whatever else you think is manly, you know, to do in this situation, just keep in mind there can always be a part 3, and we all know by now that I don't have much to hide.